Alright, ladies, let's go! Game number 1, Division 7. Once again, we're looking at the best of the worst here today, and our first map in the best of 3 is Al-Tarak Pass. On the left side, the Slughaters, I renamed them because I think their real team name is bullshit. It's UKW Akolici Yana Kelthasa the Third, which is just fucking garbage. I'm not going to pronounce it the entire game, that's not happening, but they banned Abatha multiple times in this series, so they obviously hate slugs, and I don't stand for that. I'm offended on behalf of the slugs, and that's why we're calling them the Slughaters. This is hate speech, and I don't condone it. On the other side, Heroes of the Kong. And well, I don't even have time to introduce the players right now, because the action is already starting, so I guess we're gonna save that for game number 2. But let's actually see how this is going to work out now in the first game. So, a couple of things that we have to talk about right away. Because obviously there's going to be... We talked about the Germans earlier. There's always some German sitting in a room with pen and paper and then listening if everything is correct. And if it's not correct, then there will be a report because that is not efficient. So, yeah. This is Division 7, meaning we're looking at bronze to gold on average skill level of the players. And therefore, this is going to be a little bit Clown Fiesta, for sure. So, with that said, we're going to see a lot of interesting talent picks, interesting team compositions, as you might have already gathered. And very likely, some really bad plays. So, we're going to make fun of all of that, and also talk a bit about what could be done better, and how to improve those plays, potentially. And if there is any doubt about it, players in Division 7 are very well aware of the fact that they might end up being casted and being the target of some of these jokes, and I can only stress it again. Every single one here is on board, and I get sent replays after replays of teams that tell me, please cast us, make some fun, tell us what we should do, how we should improve, and so on and so forth. So for that odd one out that's sitting down there is like, I'm gonna be offended on behalf on somebody else that doesn't care. You can grab your pitchfork and put it away and save it for someone else, because everybody here is on board with this. Soxo on his ETC is already jumping out as we're having our little starting game. So far, no kill, by the way. We made it into the 2-minute mark and we didn't see someone die yet, so that is in and of itself already a little bit of an interesting thing in this division. But as we're looking at this, we have a Zeratul, and generally speaking, I really don't have anything against the Zeratul pick. I'm just wondering if on this level we're going to see any kind of value out of Zeratul. What the fuck happened with Jimmy, by the way? Did he fall into like some weird green colored like pot or something? Is that one of the new toys? So much for that. Ah, the glorious plays are already starting. But yeah, talking real quickly about Jimmy, I guess that's one of the new toy skins and tins, or probably like Toy Soldier Jimmy, but that just looks horrible. It looks like he ate some really horrible shit and has now completely turned green because he's about to puke or, well, shit his guts out, one of the two. Either way, I don't want to be around for that part of the party, so we'll see how that turns out for him later on. But as it stands with our little Zeratul action, we currently have right now on the red team side a lot of stuns, and I like that. So we have Blaze, we have Muradin, we have also follow-up. It's actually surprising to me that at least on the red team side, we have a pretty standard composition. I mean, Muradin isn't really a high-pick talent, like high-value hero these days when it comes to the front line, but he's always a solid option. He might not be the best, but he's a bit easier to play than a lot of the alternatives. Has a solid stun, has good sustainability, can really also tank a couple of punches, so that's definitely a big plus. And we'll see if they can actually stack those stuns with the jet propulsion coming through to help Li Ming and Jimmy to get a bit of damage in. Jimmy so far has also done everything correctly. Arima here with a level 1 talent, ace in the hole, so not going for any kind of stacks. Again, same graphic for Chromie's level 7 and Zeratul's level 4. To the day, I don't understand why Blizzard doesn't change shit like that, but at the same time changes the entire scheme of Anduin's talents, because apparently they didn't look pretty enough and Anduin was complaining, like the crybaby that he is. But I want to have different graphics! I'm gonna call my mommy! And Blizzard was just like, dude, can you finally shut up? We're gonna change the talents, no problem, but stop whining. Well, but no crybaby in this game, maybe later. For now, on the other hand, we have our fight 7 versus 7 on the talents. And ETC with the Echo Paddle already more or less signaling that he is probably thinking about a global. Pry Bomb, on the other hand, he has discovered the real objective on Alt Direct Pass. It's the camps. There are camps. They are everywhere and I have to get them. I don't know why he is all of a sudden going full on German with this one, but I think because he can drop a bunker later on and the Germans have a lot of experience with those bunkers, that's probably why. But then again, we don't really know, so maybe time will tell. But that was a 4 versus 5 is pretty much what the bottom line is. And Blaze doesn't give a shit about this fight. Blaze is just sitting there just like, guys, you can fight all day long. I don't care. I'm going to go top lane. I'm going to do a top lane thing. As long as your opponent doesn't really grab our camp here, I'm totally fine. And I'm going to get all of the experience. And ideally what he should do is actually sit here somewhere and try to make sure that nobody rotates in to grab those. But as it stands, they're a little bit late. Well, here comes the rotation. And he is going to be able to pick at least a few of the experience globes up, but not really a whole lot. And the fight is still ongoing. So down to the bottom of the map, as the objective is on, we still see that coming through. Talents, by the way, are also about to be completed. Chromie, for example, is sitting at 17 stacks. Well, she's halfway done. 7 stacks for ETC, 11 for Phobios on his Zeratul. And they're still trying to set something up here with a potential Stomple combo. Rhaegar apparently likes the Lightning Shield, went straight into it on level 1 and level 4, so in this case we don't see a healing totem or anything of the sorts. Also, with that said, top lane, Thrall is now doing his thing, has the Echo of Elements already completed. Blaze needs to be a bit careful, because that could very well be his demise if he doesn't pay attention. But the red team gets level 10. Unfortunately for them, they're not really around this camp yet. They should have actually tried to push in with level 10. Just gather up a little bit before the talent hits and then go in. That's a perfect kill opportunity, by the way. Kill her! What the hell? Like, she just absolutely just face-checked a 4-man with a Stormbolt on Muradin and a totem on Rhaegar, and nobody thought that it was a good idea to take down Ana there. I don't understand. Well, at this point, Might of the Narazim is already in. ETC, and he's down. Jimmy with the quick hits here. Oh my god, and they're going straight in for the double kill. Rhaegar with the Self-Ancestral. Or with the Ancestral, anyone else. Doesn't make any sense here. And Muradin went for the Playmaker. But we have at least a bit of a macro advantage for the blue team. The Slughaters actually went straight in for the camp and now might even be getting this one. Jimmy is saying like, not on my watch, bro. Moves in and tries to save the camp here as much as he can, but it is taking way too much damage, and if it doesn't die now, it's going to be taken down later on for sure. So either way, we have the Raiders coming through. Level 10 abilities already on both sides, and ETC actually went into the mosh pit. So despite the fact that he has Echo Paddle, and I could have totally seen him go into a stage dive here, he went into the mosh pit. It's time for that glorious 5-man mosh, baby! So they're gonna try. Jimmy is pushing the mid lane against Chromie, and up to the top there is still Blaze. I don't think he ever left that lane. Haymaker, then again, is a bit of a different touch, and I am very much so on board to see what he can do with Haymaker. Don't do this at home, kids, by the way. You don't want to Haymaker that. Stormbolt onto the keep without Sledgehammer on level 4 might be a bit of a waste of mana, but still. Having now the level 13 coming in for Chromie, who's by now sitting on 23 stacks. Jimmy is coming back down. And he immediately attacks the wall. Bad ball. The Donald would be mad. Jimmy destroys the wall here. That's not a true American hero that we're seeing here. But then again, he doesn't have the skin for it, so I guess it's all good in the hood still. 10 stacks also for ETC, so he still has a bit of a way to go. But we should still see him get that completed in time, potentially for the last fight. Jimmy is taking a camp. The problem is that they're also going to lose out on experiences. Nobody else rotates around. Oh, and Zeratul is playing a sneaky one. Yeah, so that rotation with nobody else helping might not have been the smartest thing that they could have done. Talking about smart things, that Zeratul move up here to the top was maybe not the best move either. But look at that. Thrall goes down. So they might not have been able to pick up the lane experience, but they definitely picked up the kill. Now the camp has also been taken. And Muradin still with the healing static, so trying to look for at least a little bit of sustainability. And yeah, 13 on the board. 4 kills against 1. Let's have actually look at the damage output right now. 13,000 for Li Ming. And besides that, we have 18k for Thrall, who was just poking away against pretty much only Blaze the entire game long. So the solo laner was able to get quite a bit out there. But there's another fountain that's about to go down. That's a problem. Blue team doesn't react to this. And guys, you have to hold onto your fountains. If the opponent pushes in as telegraphed as this one, then make sure that you try and protect it for as long as you can, because now they don't have that as a fallback option. They had that advantage over the red team. The heroes of the Kong. I don't even know if that's a Hong Kong reference or anything. But either way. Well, there's a slide. The Soxo starts to jump in. And yeah, ETC with a bit of damage, but they're trying to look for the kill against Thrall. And they get it, despite the fact that the jet propulsion did actually not reach. So far so good. Jimmy in trouble, but Li Ming again with a little bit of cover from the back line, 1 orb at a time. In comes the jet propulsion from Blaze. He's a bit far out, but he still has the bunker. There's the bunker, baby, and the Ancestral. Nicely timed too, and they might actually lose Ana too. Ana in trouble, but she's still alive. The problem is that ETC isn't. Goes for the mosh pit, but that of course was not happening. But the one thing that the blue team is doing well is getting these camps when the objective spawns. That's actually one of the few things where they really excel right now. And Zeratul is just saying, like, guys, I'm gonna push this. Problem is that top side we have the 5-man of the heroes of the Kong, as they're trying to take down another fort, and they do that even before the cavalry appears. As Zeratul is still busying himself in the mid lane, Blaze has currently called that it's time for him to move back and deal with the situation, which is exactly what he does. Fort at the bot lane is also gonna fall, and the team is making the big push all the way up at the top. Yeah, let's see what they actually get with this. I don't think they can get the key, but I think should at least get the entire wall. Yeah, Zeratul is coming back now too, but of course he doesn't have a Void Prison, so he can't set anything up there. But look at the level 16. Yeah, they are looking good with this one. Zeratul is in. This is a 5 versus 4. They have a talent advantage, but they're at a numeric disadvantage against the opponent. And Arima goes down. Jimmy is dead. There's the Haymaker. And Muradin. Oh, Li Ming. Get wrecked. Nice. Palkea, the little brother of Ikea, goes in, takes the kill with Calamity, jumps back out with a reset. And there we have it. Nice. That was actually a really, really good one. So Thrall goes down. And let's see. Phobius at the bot lane. This is basically just Probius in disguise. This is the only thing that happens. That also explains why he's so often on the off lane trying to push out. But I'm not Probius, I'm Phobius. Well, you're Protoss one way or another, so that's already a little bit against you. But either way. Okay. So, 7 kills against 2, 17. But any second now level 16 for the opponent, which means that we're gonna look at even talents for the next fight. I like the build here also from Jimmy, total standard, paint him red, Giddy up has been taken, Muradin again went into his level 10 choice, which is a little bit memey, but outside of that he pretty much stands with the build. But there we go, it's party time, and yep, they want to dance with somebody, and ETC is ready to rock and roll. They get the quick kill against Jimmy, and they should at least get another one, right? Nope. Ancestral is a little bit too strong. Fake Probius jumps in and might get the kill against Rhaegar, but not quite. I honestly think that with the Singularity Spike and him also having the Might of the Narazim, maybe he should have been able to pick up a kill against Rhaegar here. But either way, as the next objective spawns, they actually have an advantage and could now use that to take the objective. But there's a camp on the map. And what did we learn in Plastic League? We go for the camps first, and then we let ourselves get stunned by the boss. But they're gonna take this one easy peasy. So that's going to put some pressure onto the bot lane. Should still try and make the play for the cavalry, because those bad boys scale, and if the red team takes another objective, that would hurt, to say the least. So yeah, blue team is slowly starting to make their way up there. Prybomb is already sitting tight. Pepper Pool also. Boss at the bottom. Jimmy's trying to deal with that. And again, the boss 14 minutes in is also gonna hurt. But they're actually body blocking Blaze. Oh, And he dies. 5 seconds for bunker, but he goes down. Yep. There we go. But that's a double kill now, even as Muradin falls to the blue team. Look at that. They got a bit crushed in the early stages of the game, but now all of a sudden they're fighting their way back into this series. And on the first game, they're actually doing fairly well with this. I gotta admit that this is way more coordinated than I expected a Division 7 match to be. Now, I'm not saying that on the mechanical side we're seeing the best play in the universe here, but still, if you've watched some of the other Division 7 matches that we've seen so far, there's a notable difference, because these guys seem to have at least a bit of a strategy and a game plan. Seems like someone is shot calling. And not only shot calling, it seems like someone is listening. That's honestly more so the problem in most teams. I don't doubt that a lot of teams have a lot of shot callers, but usually what happens is that very few of the team are listening to those shots. At least that's what it looks like when you watch it from bird's eye view. But now with level 16 on both sides, Chromie is also headed into a level 20, so piercing sands are now a thing. And the opportunity to now, with the objective, maybe even get a keep. So, let's see. Mid lane. Oh, he's a little bit far out. ETC. Nah, not really. Yeah, and Ana again at the front. Like that Ana seriously is... She seriously has a death wish, and I think it's getting granted now. Yep, there's the kill. Ana has been frontlining it several times now. It's like, boys, I got this. Like, aren't you a sharpshooter? Aren't you supposed to be a little bit farther in the back and shooting from there? She's like, yeah, but lately my eyesight has actually not been all that great anymore, so I need to get a little bit closer to the target in order to connect the shots here. So, well, with that, we have now a kill on each side. Ana down, so no nano boost for Chromie or Zeratul. The first one is already defeated up at the top. The fort should fall. But they're moving down to the bottom of the map to see what they can actually pull off here. And level 20 talents are soon going to be ready for both of them. Alright, there's a haymaker, ETC. Finds himself on the wrong side of this fight, is trying to buy a little bit of time, and a boss comes in and takes him down. Keep wall is opened, but the keep itself doesn't take a lot of damage. So far so good, 36,000 damage from Li Ming, 53,000 on Chromie. And yeah. Nice game! For the first one, this is actually a lot closer than I expected it to be. 9 kills against 6. Zeratul! Zeratul! The ult saves him for now! Paint him red! And he has the cooldown back as well. Okay, someone has a pretty big heart rate at this point. So is actually able to jump out there. But yeah, so far so good. Now with level 20, we now also have the Earthen Shield. What do we get on the other side? Jimmy in this case with the execute. There's the rewind. Even rewind didn't help them for the kill here. Rhaegar! Actually going straight into this Storm Shield variation, but there's a boss to be taken. That's a bit of a freebie. Blue team didn't even go for that. That honestly might just give the red team enough of a lead to make a play here. Okay. Let's actually see what's happening with this. The memes are strong at the bot lane as we have the keep under attack again, and Zeratul is just doing what he's been doing. How much damage does he have? 27,000. Look at the siege damage. 99,000 siege damage on Zeratul. He's just been hanging out on the side lane the entire time. And then just using his ult and everything to just blink away. Okay. They see him after all. Li Ming comes in. Ah, that was unfortunate. Just as he tries to blink out, he's just buying some time. That's a tactical suicide right there to buy time for the rest of the team to defend the top lane. It's all good, guys. Was exactly his intent. Distract them and then die. Well, but after that ingenious play, we have now 6 kills against 19 and another camp coming up. And with those prisoner camps spawning, we are 18.5 minutes in. These are gonna hurt. And the fort is already down. So this one is taken down right away. Also a little bit of a weird choice on the 16. Tempest Fury with that build makes 0 sense in my opinion. I mean, honestly, if you're going into that, pick Thunderstorm, go straight for it and just like poke them to death. But that talent in particular, not really the best on that talent level. If you go into your level 4, then you can also, of course, get with the cooldown reduction the Alpha Wolf in on level 16. That is a little bit stronger if you're trying to burst the tanks down. Zerathul's counterpart on the other side, by the way, is doing the exact same thing now, pushing out the lanes. So Blaze is sitting at 20,000 hero damage, but 130,000 siege damage. It's interesting to me that they're just going for the camp. I mean, they knew Blaze was bot side. They know that at the top is only 4 heroes. They could have tried to poke a little bit and push them back, but they're actually waiting for Zerathul to join them. Zerathul is now in, so now it's a 5 versus 4. And that could be a kill. That should... you need to wait for the pushback until Muradin tries to make his jump to interrupt the jump so that he can never get out. But they at least are going to get this one. Okay, so the Slughaters are currently still sitting tight. I can understand why they hate the Slug, by the way. The Slug would actually complement a lot of the heroes on the red team side quite nicely. Okay, and let's see. Also, I, by the way, noted in the meantime that the heroes of the Kong doesn't really fit properly onto our scoreboard, so in the next game we're going to call them the Hong Kong heroes. I'm not quite sure if that was the intent of the meme, but one way or another, that's what we're making it. Yeah, sorry, you're not dancing, bro. That was a bit too late in order to get the mosh pit through. 2 kills against 2. And let's go. There's another quick hit coming. Palinka with the shots fired. But Palkea is firing back right now. That's the Rega flank. Rega just ran once around this and was just like, oh, wait a second. I'm not Thrall. Okay, I'm probably not the one that should flank this now. But it was an interesting move by him. So once ring around the Rosie here. Yeah, but both of the teams are actually sitting tight. Look at that, by the way. Woo! That's experience right there. Let's go. And try and make the play here. Okay, so in the meantime, we still have the bosses back up. Camps are about to be taken. Both teams just saying, okay, guys, let's just not attack. Let's just wait for 5 versus 5, and then we go back in again. There's a camp on the map, though. I'm dreading the moment when the blue team figures that out, because I'm pretty sure someone is going to head over there. There is a camp. We have to take it immediately. It's not efficient to let it sit there for nothing. So many Germs in this game. I actually think there's a couple. I don't know about all of the players, and at least a few of the names sound very non-German to me. But at least a couple of them are in there. Okay. Zerathul jumps out. It's a 5 versus 5 again, so teams are taking the position once more. Chromie. Where's Chromie actually sitting on the damage numbers? 78,000. You go, girl. She's a strong and independent gnome. Not a dragon, but hey, you can't have everything. Oh, fake Probius. Got some good damage out, but runs straight into the wave. Anna gets haymaker. She's even like, fuck this, I don't like it here. Let's get away from me. Oh, just minions everywhere. Okay, party time! Oh, the doggy is dancing. And look at Jimmy. Oh my god. He has the moves on the dance floor. Women's hearts melt when Jimmy is busting out a move after another. But now with 2 heroes down, they are getting decimated completely. Zerathul dies for a good cause as Muradin drops another Storm Ball, but that's 4 heroes down, and Muradin's the only one who could try and prevent the disaster from happening, because it seems more and more like we're going to look at a victory here for the blue team. And just look at how many seconds were left. 0.2 seconds and the red team would have been able to grab the objective. But now that we're 23 minutes into the game, if the blue team takes it, they have a really good chance of actually winning this, especially since they're already crushing the bottom lane keep. So that's one of the armor shields gone already. But yep, that's getting it. Another camp is also getting taken. Okay. I love how all the lanes, by the way, are heavily pushed now. I think instead of taking this dumb camp, they should instead just try to push the lanes out a little bit to make it easier for the cavalry to get some value. As it stands, we might actually see halfway decent defense here. So, we'll see. Here we go. Linka, and Chromie queuing the minions. What is this? 2018. But yeah, anyways. Maru... Wait, what? They didn't get it! They all moved back. Guys, I gotta admit, I didn't even watch the progress bar anymore. I was just like, yeah, they have it. They have it. It never occurred to me for a single second that they would actually move away and allow those minions to interrupt the timer. So now we are still fighting for this one. What is this? Is this real life? Is this really happening? Well, in Division 7 it is. Well, there we go. Alright, let's go, boys. Oh, ETC! He needs to be a bit careful here. Oh, Muradin! And this time, look at that. Nicely done. What a kill. Muradin down. And there's the dancing party. Dancing! Blaze just walked into it. Blaze just walked right into it and says like, wait a second. Everybody's dancing? Everybody's dancing? Nobody invited me? I'm gonna be part of this party. Invite or no invite, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be part of this. It's like total FOMO. Fear of missing out. Zeratul on the other hand. The B steps! Glorious! The B steps as Zeratul commits Sudoku and goes straight in. But there's the objective channeled, and at the top the keep still stand. What a game! 25 minutes in. And we are looking at 15 kills to 14. That is just a fantastic setup for game number 1 in this best of 3. The memes are strong with this one, I can already tell. Rhaegar is picking CC against no cleanse, Kappa. Chromie is sitting there with 0 deaths. We have meme Zeratul that commits Sudoku quite a bit. And and the Blaze that wants to join the fun as everybody's dancing but him. Alright, it's time for the party. Let's go and jump straight in and see if they can actually finish it here. At least the second keep is going to fall, which means that there's not only more push on those lanes, but the second ambush shield on the core is now falling too. Are they gonna try and make that play? Nah, maximum experience. All the way up to the top. We're going over there headed right now. Trying to make the play right there. And so far this is actually looking really strong. They should be able to take another keep down too. And then in the long run they most likely have the game. But let's see. Oh, ETC! And he's down. ETC is down, but Muradin too. That's what you get when you don't pick your avatar, my friend. Bunker's a little bit delayed to help him, but the fight is still happening. And Palkia is still looking for additional kills here. Oh, yeah, the core is not gonna fall. By the way, IKEA is one of the best places for cookies. IKEA is these Swedish chocolate cookies, and they are fucking fantastic. There's actually a school very close to... there was an IKEA very close to my high school. And during the big breaks, we would, like, with a car, everybody that had a car would, like, drive to IKEA, get a couple of hot dogs, and get a couple of those cookies. They were fucking amazing. And yeah, everybody that goes to IKEA kind of regularly knows exactly what I'm talking about. Not only the hot dogs, but also those cookies. But yeah. Never go to IKEA with a woman, by the way. It's insane. Like, where I see just another dust thing, women always see amazing things to decorate an apartment or a house with. Honestly, I'm really envious of that ability, because I don't have that. That if you think you can go with a woman, we're gonna just go to IKEA and buy one thing and then leave. Forget about it. You're gonna be stuck for hours. But I would sometimes really kill for that ability. I go in IKEA, I see just like a couple of stupid things that catch dust and nothing else. I have like a friend of mine go to IKEA with me and she sees possibilities everywhere. It's fucking unfair. I wanna have that too. Stereotypes in that region are so true. Like, everybody that tells me that stereotypes are just not a thing has never gone with a woman to IKEA. They are amazing when it comes to that. How did we end up at IKEA? Oh yeah, because of Palkia. Exactly, the little brother of IKEA. My bad, my bad. So he's definitely Swedish. But he's actually done a pretty good job here too. So we have him now at, well, 61,000. Look at Jimmy. Damn. Look at that boss, by the way. Is that at least going to get the keep? Yep, keep down. 15 kills to 16, and there we go. It's all about the objective right now. Well, it's about a little bit more than that. With every single keep down, that means the armor shields are also down, and there we go. Alrighty. Let's go. Last chance, boys. You have to wipe them pretty much. Where are those resets when we need them? Oh, fake Probius is again in the bush. Is he committing Sudoku again? No, this time he actually jumps out. Might have Nerazim saves him here. But yeah, that was nice. Okay, over here. They stop at least this one, but they have to force the fight. They can't wait for those lanes to push through. If the lanes push against them, they are going to be in so much trouble. In professional circles, we call it deep shit. Like, if all of those lanes converge onto the core, then not even that self-region can do anything about it. So, yeah. There we have it. Ah! There's the kill against Mirrodin. That's not the start that they want. Party time! Yeah, no. Oh, look at Palkia. He might be German. He might be German. He hates fun, apparently. He hates parties. He hates music. He hates fun. ETC wants to just have a casual party with a little bit of dancing and alcohol. And Palkia, within half a second, is like, fuck that. And immediately interrupts the mosh pit. He might be German. The jury is still out there. The jury is still out there. But he actually nearly kills Zeratul, so that's not bad either. Alright, 18 kills against 15, but I gotta say, this seems like lights out, boys. There's the jet propulsion. This play is gonna survive. Well, actually, doing a lot more damage than I thought. Oh, ho, 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 Zeratul! And he B-steps! That fucker, nice. Goes in, gets the kill against Rhaegar, and immediately B-steps in his face. I like that. When you get B-stepped by the guy that died 6 times in the game. Glorious. Blaze is down 2, and that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Slughaters take game number 1 against the Hong Kong Heroes. GG and well played. Game number 2, everybody! The Slughaters against the Hong Kong Heroes. And in the last game, we kind of fell short of introducing the players officially, so let's do it this time. Xoxo on ETC, Phobius, the fake Probius in Liming. Stole the hero away. Polinka Linka on Cassia, Jester on Chen, and Maru on Anna. And I thought that guy just plays StarCraft. Well, on the right side, we have Pepperpool on Anubarak, Arima on Greymane, Pre-Bomb on Varian, uh-oh. Little Froggy on Rhaegar, not a Murky, that's a missed opportunity. And Palkia is playing Kira this time. Alright. Big question, what are we gonna get from, well, Varian? Honestly, with that setup, I'm just, once again, taunt. You need to go for taunt. Especially with that Greymane, with that follow-up through Anubarak. And already they're starting to put the pressure onto ETC. Yeah, same play on ETC again, by the way. But let's go. So, bot lane, that's where Kira is currently sitting. The side lane Varian is already there. What did Varian pick as his level 1? Ooh! No High King's Quest. I have high hopes all of a sudden that we're gonna see a real talent for him. That would be nice. There's a... Oh! Kira! No! This is not Wakanda, baby! You need to be careful here. And... he gets out. Okay, so... Kira is able to move out and... ooh, has that weird gazelle thingy. Like, I don't know. It doesn't have the grace of the money pick. So the money pick's still the best mount, confirmed obviously. But yeah, top lane. Our Chen versus Varian style. Varian is getting played more often these days actually, at least on that level. Oh, there's a good setup. Anna! Gets saved by ETC. But Kira goes down. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So Kira is already dead, killed by the minions by the way. Okay, let's go. Top side. That's where we currently still have our little pushback against Chen. The panda, the little panda that could, or at least wanted to. I mean, he's looking for a bit of pressure against Varian, but so far it doesn't really seem like he's going to get anything done here. But a level 4 talent is pretty much going to reveal the style of the game. Are we going to get a real talent for Varian, or is it just memeing around? Talking meme blades just for a second. On the other side, we have a sleep, we have a blind, and we have also one stun. So meme blades, they have at least the means to control it if it's taken, but nope! Pry-bomb, he is a proud Heroes of the Storm fan. He watches the competitive scene, he knows what's good on the hero, so he goes straight into taunt. Now he just has to join up with the rest of the team so that he can actually set up the kills for them. That's pretty much what he has to do. Bottom of the map. Still our little attack going strong here with level 4 talents. We're also now having the Eyes in the Dark picked by Greymane. And it's time for our first double shrine. Again, the Slughaters banned out Abathon this map. This is pretty much, again, why they are the Slughaters, because their real name is just... We're not going to pronounce that, I'm going to tell you that much. But let's see. Top side. So EDC is eating a lot of these tower shots, isn't he? And, well... Greymane is the one that really has to play around with Varian now in the taunt. It's a little bit weird, like they have a cool follow-up for either taunt or for Nubarak. The two of them can really home in on the same target, but I honestly expected something along the lines of a Jaina with this. Greymane can do a lot of damage against the standout target, especially if he goes into the bullet. They can blow up the front line at any point if they really want to, and Kira can obviously, with the last strike and just with the rest of her abilities, chip in a lot of damage on top of it too. But normally would like to see a mage with this. And it's gonna be Cassia that's gonna try and counteract Greymane, at least to an extent. Yeah, Varian immediately says like, ooh, I like myself a panda, but Chen is immediately moving out there. He's like, bro, need to be careful. I'm nearly extinct. Need to be cautious. Oh, that was an airball right there. Pepper Pool as the Nubarak is already bugging around a little bit. And Greymane said, okay, I'm done with this shit. Let's go and get a couple of structures eliminated. Yeah. I mean, they could easily... They have a level 7 talent, so they have actually a bit of an advantage. Slimming just goes down to deal with him. Okay, that's an interesting touch. Okay. Liming. I keep telling you, this is a fake Probius, and Zaratuli was on the side lane the entire time, and now look what he's doing with Liming. That guy wants to play Probius the entire time, and the team is just sitting there to say, like, no, you're not allowed to. The rides in on the rocket, drops the spray and gets the hell out of there. What a hero. Total boss mode. They'll say, don't mind me. I'm just here for the spray. Okay. Calamity is in. And we also have the Echo Paddle again. After game number 1, I doubt that we're going to see Stage Dive, even though it would be a great talent here to have the global. But it would have also been pretty nice on the first map to have Stage Dive, so I think it's probably going to be another Mosh Pit attempt from them. And there are a couple of interrupts, obviously. I mean, there are just a few available, but still, if he lands another great Mosh Pit, especially around the boss fight, that would of course be the dream for ETC. ETC? That's in the middle, at the bottom. They have one camp. I think it's just like the entire time a rotation between the mid and the bottom end now, as it seems. So our top lane is still pretty much isolated. If ETC is going to head into Stage Dive, then very soon he's going to rotate towards the top side so that he can actually get some global value. I don't really think that happens. Sees a slide, takes it, and Ubera comes in and gets the immediate lightning shield. But yeah, it's just both teams trying to poke a little bit to see what happens. Okay. There's a temple activating. That blind. Not really on point. And there we go. They're starting to jump in immediately onto the first target. Level 10 isn't ready yet. Top side. Varian is winning this pretty handily against Chen, I might add. And is pushing him back further and further. The entire fort has already taken damage thanks to the temple earlier too. And it's time to shine. Level 10 abilities. Look at this, by the way. 6 minutes in, only a single kill. What is this? Division 7? I think someone lied to me. This doesn't look like Division 7. We don't have enough kills for that. There's the bullet. Alright, taunt into bullet. Now we go. Plus the final strike. And Varian is going straight down to the bottom. The reason why Varian is playing a little bit more heroes lately is pretty simply because he's so embarrassed for Anduin. And what the disgrace of his son is actually pulling off in the Nexus. So Varian just said, okay, I'm going to play a little bit myself again. Just to show people how it's done. And yeah. Honor the good name of the house of, I don't know, World of Warcraft, House of Varian. There we go. Yeah. I have no idea. We don't have Cocoon yet picked, so Blizzard buffed Carrion Swarm in the last one. A Locust Swarm, so that could be a thing. And let's see. This is integrate. Come on, Varian. Do it. Do it! There she is. Nope. No, she's gone.
The magic of the temple.
The magic of the temple subsides. Well, I don't want to see the magic of the temple. I want to see the magic of taunt. Party time! And immediate insta-kill. Valkyrie, and so much for a taunt kill. Nope. You don't face check pushes, and that's the reason why. That was a fantastic Ancestral. Holy shit, the little froggy. Look at that. And didn't only cross the street successfully, but also dropped a heal onto Varian that helped him to save through here. Oh, there comes the blind though. And I don't know what you think you're going to do here, but you're not going to be able to do anything without your damage dealers being present. You need that Greymane. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and there we go. Went for the cocoon. Li Ming immediately going for the counter. Nicely done by fake Probius. So we have this integrate now, burning the weapon down. And he should... Varian commits Sudoku before the fight spawns. Yep, there's actually the cocoon on Li Ming, so that she can't disintegrate the cocoon right away. I mean, it's honestly one of the best counters to Cocoon still, outside of heroes like Tracer and others. If you just go for a quick disintegrate against Cocoon, you're just burning that down within seconds. That's a great opportunity, by the way, to go for the boss. I'm not quite sure why exactly you guys think you have to take both of these camps. Like, make your choice. Either you take this one or that one. Alright, they did. I could have totally seen them going to a fight here. Death timers are obviously still a little bit low. Bottom of the map, and Uburak is still sitting tight. They're already trying to go for a bit of an attempt on the left side now, too. But let's see what we're gonna get from this one. I'm still waiting for my combo. Again, the last fight didn't really work out for the red team as they were hoping for, because they pretty much face-checked that bush and died quickly. ETC was super happy that he got another quick mosh pitch through that. But given the fact that they have a great setup for these insta-kills, they need to just coordinate that a little bit better. But Anduin has moved down... Anduin, the other guy. Varian, exactly. Varian has moved towards the top side. The man in the household. So Pry Bomb is currently sitting tight there. Has also now gone into the Shattering Throw. And as soon as he joins up with the rest of the team, they're gonna be Gucci, but it's just a double temple that we have, so it's an even trade between the two. It's still level 13 versus level 13 here. 19,000 damage on the side of Kira. 23,000 for Li Ming. Yeah, he got a lot of good resets in the last fight. Not as many team fights as you would think, but they are trying to take another few structures down. That's where Greymane just shines. Ooh boy. Greymane in that thing is just insane. So they're gonna get this one thanks to the minions, but now that the cocoon is up at the bottom, Li Ming isn't here yet. Varian, come on baby. He's hesitating a little bit. I really think that Anduin rubbed a little bit off on him. You can really see that he's a little bit more insecure right now. The confidence is just lacking. When you see your son just running it down mid the entire time and then crying for his mommy, then there's just a lot of a confidence drain. There's a lot of pressure on you to really be the man in the house and make sure that you are holding up the good name of House Rin or whatever it is. So. But, as it stands, we have now, amongst other things, still an opportunity for the red team to set themselves a bit ahead. They have taken out every single fort, so they're ahead in structures. Not by a lot, I might add. I mean, topside, as you can tell, there's still a few hit points left on the fort, but it's not massively ahead or anything. But they still have a chance to maybe make a play and also later on go for the boss. I like that Pepperpool is actually sitting here. I really like that. So he has vision of the boss. He just makes sure that nobody grabs that. Whenever the opponent's team moves in for it, he can tell. And yeah, that's awesome. He needs, of course, to get out. Yeah, you could have gone another way, dude. Really? Oh, is there another slide? And... No! What? There we go. I don't know which death was funnier. I mean, first of all, Anubra could have easily just, you know, just move to the side here, you burrow over here, you burrow over there, it doesn't really matter, but he could have easily escaped. Didn't do that, and then ETC is just like, party time, baby! And those two towers were just like, screw that. So yeah, that's an easy kill there. A trade between the two tanks. Cocoon was used too. Cassia came in with the Valkyrie. Everybody was trying to. That was just fantastic. But now we have 16. It's a talent advantage for the Hong Kong Heroes. Hashtag Hearthstone. In comes the Epic Enter. Epic Enter is an epic talent because when you enter the backline, it's just an epic stun that you unleash onto your opponent. So it's aptly named by Blizzard. And the talent still absolutely fantastic on 16. Blizzard was actually trying to buff debilitation a little bit, but it doesn't really... Debilitation is still shit. I don't think they really understood why debilitation is actually bad on an Uberok. And just increasing the duration doesn't help them the slightest. There's my taunt, finally! He's a bit low, but still, there's the kill, and that's how you do it, baby. Stun comes in afterwards, and shaboom! Down they go. Ming down, ETC dead. The Panda thinks he can escape, and he honestly shouldn't. I'm not quite sure why Variant didn't follow, because he has his taunt back already, so they could have picked up another kill here. But Variant apparently says like, nope, it's time for the shrine, baby. Nope, it's all about the objective. It's all about that. So with that, they're starting to jump straight on towards the top, and goodbye, Keep. Keep is down, and Palinka, Linka, Linka. Nope, not this time. Trying to be a bit of a hero. Someone needs to deal with the camp. There's a double catapult there too. Yeah, sorry, but someone has to Hearthstone the shit back to the Nexus, because this is going to be a problem if you let that sit for a bit longer. Now, in theory, they can obviously try and make a play for boss later on. They have at least vision about all the heroes at the top lane, but killing one beforehand would probably be a nice twist to all of that. So with this, we have now 29,000 damage for Li Ming, 28,000 for Greymane, and he deals with the situation right here. They take the keep, and of course top lane is now going to pressure heavily, especially since the fort is still there, so there's absolutely zero catapult pressure from the blue team, which I think is going to trigger that attack eventually from them, because the Slughaters, they gotta do something, seriously. They know that as the game continues, they're gonna fall farther and farther behind. They have such a structural disadvantage that they can't trade temples anymore into the opponent, so they need to make a bit of a YOLO move at some point. And they are very likely to YOLO it around the boss and then just hope to be able to make a play with Mosh Pit. And, well, the red team knows that. They're face-checking again. Why are you face-checking? There's the taunt. Cocoon is out. They're trying to go for the kill. Wakanda! Not this time. Palkia. Oh, where the hell did you go? Like, she's a little bit on the wrong side of that argument, but that's the interrupt on ETC. Yeah, he went too deep for that one. ETC down, and they're jumping in for the kill. Damn, you guys are ballsy. That's a quick second kill, apparently. Yes, with the Ancestral also being used here. It's the end of Li Ming. The Panda still on the run, but Cassia dies first. And they're gonna get Ana. Yeah. Ana is taken down. Alright, here we go. 5 kills against 10. Guys, it seems like we might see a third game in this series. The boss gets attacked. There's already a big push coming. Honestly, they could have just ended the game here at the top side. But why end the game when you can go for the boss? I mean, they could have just moved top and just pushed this in and ended the game here. But yeah, there's camps on the map and we have to take those first. And temples too. It's gonna be a checkmate situation one way or another, very likely, but still. There was definitely an opportunity to take the core down and they didn't use that. Now Greymane moves back. Apparently they have decided that they'll let the boss push and then take both of the shrines. Double camps to the bot lane now too. Level 20 in their hands. There's more camps. Look at this. There's another camp. Let's go for the camp. Because camps are amazing. Blizzard taught us one thing, and that's that camps are important. Oh yeah. I'm going to tell you guys a secret. There's another one on the left side. Yeah, I know it's shocking, but there is actually another camp here. Okay, so with level 20, what do we get? We actually have, after Final Strike, the Unleashed Potential. And the Glory to the Alliance. Boo! Horde for the win. But yep, that's the last few shots fired. And guys, all the keeps are down. Every single keep is down. So that's maximum experience, I guess, for the Hong Kong Heroes. And with that 2-level lead... Oh, Li Ming, no! You're too young to die. No! And that. Alright, Li Ming kind of YOLOing it a little bit too hard here, trying to escape through the top left and isolating herself. But yeah, they take the last mercenary camp. Paint the map red. Painted red, baby. And Nubarak completes his quest, but it doesn't matter anymore. They've already won the game pretty much. But hey, it's a completed quest. And quest talents are awesome because they make ding. And here we go. 38,000 damage for Greymane. Cassia's a little bit farther ahead, but there's going to be no argument anymore about this one. They could have ended the game already 3 minutes ago, but now they're not going to give the blue team another chance to come back here. The nano-boosted ETC is not going to change things either. This is game as our Hong Kong heroes take the victory against the Slughaters on Sky Temple and force game number 3. GG. And yeah, we're gonna discuss that well played at some point, but hey, congratulations to the win. Game number 3, the conclusion. Division 7 at its best, and boys and girls, I am already dreading this one. Look to the left side. Kerrigan, I'm on board with. Phobios is going full onto it. We have Xoxo and Johanna, but then we have Jester on Artanis. And now we know that he's aptly named. That guy really is a Jester. Going into Artanis. Polinka on Gul'dan and Maru on Ana. So the nano boost. May the nano boost with you. On the right side, the Hong Kong heroes. They looked at the last game. They said, boys, that worked really well. Let's do that again. Pepper Pool on Anubarak. We have Arima on Thrall. Pry Bomb on Arthas. So a pretty heavy melee setup for them. The little Froggy again on Rhaegar. And Palkea on Junkrat. But yeah, Artanis. Artanis. Mein alter Freund und Kupferstecher. Once again with the amateur opponent, a little bit of a noob trap talent, oftentimes quoted on Battlefield of Eternity because people think he's amazing against the immortal. And a similar argument follows on Infernal Shrines, where people think like, hey, he's great on the objective. The problem that you have with Artanis is pretty simple actually. The hero is shit. That's pretty much the entire argument in a nutshell. So, what I mean with that, because people constantly misunderstand that, is people always go for these arguments. No, you don't understand. Artanis adds this and this and this. And it's like, it's not what Artanis adds to a team. It's a problem that it compared against any other hero that is playing on that role. Well, maybe not any other, but against most other heroes in that role, he's just the worst option. So if you put into the same position Blaze, he's just way better. If you put Leo into that spot, he's just so much better than him. If you're looking for more damage and you were looking towards Malthael. So Artanis is... You don't win games because of Artanis, you win games despite Artanis. That's pretty much it. So that obviously doesn't mean that the hero can't be fun to play, but this is something that you should reserve for a quick match, unless of course you don't care if you win the game or not. So in this case, since we are in Division 7, I really don't know what's happening there. But let's see if Artanis can actually do anything. That was a great stun though. Yeah, that Kerrigan play so far has worked out. But Arthas doesn't care. He's a prince. He doesn't give a shit. He just stands there and this is like, nope. I don't care what you guys are doing here. Peasants. My princely blood doesn't care. The little Froggy on the other hand, he cares very much, and he might actually die, but is able to get behind the wall. There's another stun set up, this time from Anubarak, and Phobius has pretty quickly dropped his mana pool. But as we now have level 4 talents also getting ready, we have... Oh, ho, ho, ho. Lo and behold, the icy talons on... on Arthas. That usually means that on level 7 you go into Rune Tap. So the whole thought process between going Icy Talons is that you want to have more auto attacks, you want to be a little bit more fierce in those fights, and that usually goes with you going into Rune Tap, because you're trying to get some value out of that. Which would then, at that point, mean that you forego the Icebound Fortitude, which helps against any kind of like damage from, let's say, for example, Gul'dan and others. But it's definitely a style that you can play, especially when you are not the main tank, and I assume that in that role they still see Anubarak there, who has gone into a bit more of a continuous plating oriented build. So yeah, we're gonna have a bit more of a brawly Arthas variation in this game. Are we gonna see a Syndragosa here? I have to point it out again, this is gold to bronze level usually, on average, what we're seeing in Division 7, but there are obviously some teams that will be at the top of the division and others that will be at the bottom, and so far these two at least had some decent coordination. There's the swapped Arthur successfully into the back line so that he can do maximum damage. Prybomb is able to walk out, no kill against him. And with that, they're still holding on to that shrine. The triple melee is working quite well for them, but they're drawing him a little bit low. The stun! Kerrigan with a kill. Kerrigan tries to carry again, puts on the backpack, and look at those sexy calves. Again, she gets the dragon. That's the kill right here. 2 kills against 0. The Slughaters are able to pick up the double kill. Nicely done. All right. Xoxo, on the other hand, on his Johanna, has to be a little bit careful too. Fantastic hero, by the way, for this map. Also one of the most picked heroes, even in the competitive scene on this map, because the wave gear is just so fantastic. But it's still 23 against 30, and they go in. Round 2, baby. Yeah. Xoxo is already getting attacked. Junkrat tries to get a little bit more damage in. 32 against 28. They're getting close. 33. 33 against 33. Kerrigan! No! She goes down. Queen of Blades, my ass. She is immediately getting wrecked. And Ana is frontlining again. Maru is doing the same thing he did one in the previous games. He really likes to be all the way up at the front. He didn't really get the memo. You are supposed to shoot them with a rifle, not hit them with it. Huh? Yeah, Arthas is just like, I got this. Flanks into the fort and says like, I got this, guys. Let's go. Punisher jump triggered in front of the wall. We've been going over this a lot. Never ever triggered the Punisher jump before the wall. Always moved behind it. Now they are experiencing the full force of the red team. And that is the end of the fort. There we go. But yeah, coming back to my point, I have to say it once again. I know we've been talking about this quite a lot, but since it still happens, I have to quickly talk it through. So, you lose the objective, you lose the Punisher. The Punisher moves onto lane. You have to go right here. You stand behind the wall, you wait until the Punisher is roughly here. You drop a range attack or some abilities damage onto the Punisher. Punisher sees you, gets vision granted, and uses his jump, which is pretty much an ability with a cooldown. Jumps over, you have an easy defense, your opponent's team is locked in here. They have a hard time pressuring through the wall. You take the Punisher down, and then you can defend. Easy peasy. Dumbest thing you can do, have a hero in front of the wall, trigger the Punisher jump, his ability goes onto a cooldown, the Punisher and the opponent's team is in front of the wall, they crush through the wall, and then they crush your fort and they crush your hopes and dreams, including the heroes with it. So, quick explanation, in case that you weren't aware yet how that objective works and how to behave. If you lose it, then now you can incorporate it into your own play. That being said, despite the fact that the fort is down, which is obviously in the long run an issue for the Slughaters, we... okay, Nubarak. We have still an experience lead for the blue team, so they did at least well on that. Now they've taken the camp at the top lane. For some reason, Artanis is allowed to do whatever he wants here. It seems like Thrall is trying to rotate down and help the team to maybe get a kill. But they're actually starting to focus their focus onto Jojo again. I would like to see Palkea focus a little bit more on Ana. Ana has a little bit of a death wish oftentimes. She really likes to be in the heat of things. So she's trying to completely participate at the front line. Apparently Ana doesn't only have that rifle, but she also has a bit of a dagger. And is trying to thrust that dagger into the hearts of the opponent's heroes. It's the only explanation that I have why we're seeing those plays. So if he is able to push her into the team a bit more with the grenade, then that would be great for them. Or the mine. Okay, level 10 abilities are in. That means that now we also... unfortunately, no Syndragosa. If we're going for the full meme approach, that would have been it. But obviously, this is the better play to make. Yeah, Maru again getting attacked. Yes, the Earthquake. Kerrigan is already coming in, but at the same time, Gul'dan. And Gul'dan gets the Horrify. Even the Ancestral didn't work out, and that's the end of Thrall. That was a 4 versus 5, I might add. I mean, not that Artanis adds a lot here, but still. So now that he's back, Kerrigan might get another kill. The little froggy, and he runs away. Wait a second. Are they turning that fight? There's no way. No. The Prince dies to a staggered death, and the Shrine is activating in another 24 kills against 3. And yeah, they're going for it. 33 stacks, by the way, for Gul'dan on his level 1. Same time now, Palkia up at the top lane. Haha! He's fucking voice lines. Alright. And yeah, we have Rune Tap, by the way. I talked about it earlier and he actually went for it. But now that we have a 5 versus 5 and a couple of the cooldowns are coming back up soon, Cocoon being one of them, for example, they can go straight in again. Kerrigan is already looking for the next combo. We have a lot of beetles being spawned here, and look who's topside. The little jester who doesn't give a shit about the team fight, and that's a problem because this is a 5 versus 4 again. Maru, the stun, the kill, and Atanis contributes with the ult. Unfortunately, not the good moment. That's still a kill against Johanna. Yeah, you can get that shield as much as you want, but you're gonna die here. Good Horrify though. Well, a little bit delayed, but good attempt, let's put it like that. Kerrigan says, boys, I got this. Another swap attempt. Kerrigan, and nope. Kerrigan won't be able to carry again in this team fight because Kerrigan just got crushed. Alright, 6 kills against 4. Even experience for the two. And we have 39 stacks, nearly 40 for Gul'dan, but they're gonna lose another Punisher. So, yep, there we go. Atanis is doing a strategy that I'm very familiar with from, well, pretty much high school in Germany. We called this back then dummes Gesicht, guter Eindruck. You can also call it the penguin. Smile and wave, look cute and cuddly. That's look at this, ah, nice. The jump over the wall, now this is a bit later. And again, they don't have everybody here for the defense, but that's a little bit better. If you do that early, you don't lose the fort in the mid lane. Now, you have already lost a little bit of the momentum, so they're still gonna get that fort, but at least the thought was there, and I like that. Okay. So that's it. That one's down. Mid lane also about to be destroyed. Atanis is going straight in. And at the bottom of the map, I mean, 50% left on the HP for the Punisher. You can actually get something done here. Okay. So they're starting to jump straight in with it. And baited over. Easier defense, but at least a little bit of it broken through. Okay, Atanis ult, Kerrigan combo. Horrify. They're putting all the stops here. Tire. And boom. Arthur's, by the way, he's just sitting there. This is like, you guys do your thing. You do you. You do you. I'm gonna be here doing my thing. By the way, do we still not have a really good Arthur skin? Isn't that a shame? Like, we have quite a few, I think, but we don't have an Arthur skin where I'm just like, fuck yeah, that's it. Ah, there's a jump. Cocoon. Trying to go straight for it. Boys, this could be a kill. Kerrigan! No! Well, they're switching targets, okay? I mean, they can go for Johanna too. Actually, they're switching targets quite a bit, but they might get more than one kill here. Gul'dan is already down, but with just another attack from the Nubarak and a good stun, that could quickly turn. What is Arthur's doing? Hearthing? Why? Ah, I didn't have 100% mana. Only 80. Okay, that makes total sense. Okay, so Arthur's actually Hearth back. Maybe that's the reason why they were trying to, well, not engage that drastically into the team again. But now with 7 kills against 4, bot lane are starting to move through. We still have another camp about to be taken over here. It's still even talents. I mean, this is the big thing. You can still fight over the objective. So from a structural perspective, the blue team is taking a bit of a beating, but you can turn it around quickly if you just take a good team fight. And as long as they have even talents during the objective, it's absolutely fine. That's absolutely cool. So, we Gucci. There's still that one fort at the top, and it seems like they want to get this one. With them, the blue team spreads out on lanes a lot more than the red team does. The red team is currently just 5-manning it whenever they can, and if at all, splitting off one hero. That gives them a lot of push power, but they're obviously losing out on potential experience, and despite the fact that they've taken 2 forts down and are ahead in kills, there you can actually see, look at the experience, the minion experience between the two teams. It's pretty nuts. 26,000 against 18,000. Yeah, that's the big deal right here. That's a huge difference. They're starting to actually push at the top. So right now, the red team with an opportunity to take the fort down. But this is also 5 versus 5. In comes the swap. Ults are being used right away. And let's go, baby. Here comes the Reptile and the Ancestral. Oh, that was denied. Nicely done. Good job by Anna, but is that a kill? Horrify! Arthurs! Oh, they get the stun against Johanna, but they can't get the kill. Alright. Anna might frontline a lot, but she actually denied that Ancestral really well. What is that build on Arthurs, by the way? What is he doing right now? Level 16? Really? Why? I mean, I like memes as much as the next guy, but if you already go into Frostborn feats, then you would more so try and get the level 1 and maybe the level 13 talent as well, but he did completely go away from that. So that one doesn't make too much sense. But Epicenter again, excuse me, Epic Enter, and he immediately epically enters the fight, and they're nearly getting the kill, and they do get the kill, but Arthurs dies too. Yep, also this time we actually see Thunderstorm here on the level 16, and I like that a lot for Arima. Gets the poke through, and therefore also the damage, and they're trying to go for the next kill. In this case, another swap. Good damage from Gul'dan. He's actually crushing the numbers here. 55,000 for him, puts him into the top slot when it comes on the damage output against heroes. Big push in the mid lane. Double catapult already straight on the keep. This one is likely going to fall. With the minion wave now coming through, this is a big problem. Someone has to deal with this, and I don't know who can or will. So that's a big issue. That's, by the way, a pretty nice stat here as well. Time CC'd. But you get a bit of an idea there. Well, as it turns out, right now, push through the middle. I like that. They're actually switching targets a little bit. They're saying like, well, you might get the Punisher for now, but we're just going to take your keep. If you make that move, you have to get that keep, though. You actually have to... Guys, you can't let that slide. You can't lose on both sides. Really? Two heroes. Those two heroes intimidated all four of you to an extent where you said like, oh my god, let's go back. Well, might need to get a kill now. Uh-oh, Blessed Shield missed. Oh, what a Riptire. Double kill right there. Okay, so first the red team screws it up a little bit by pretty much saying like, yeah, we don't want to keep nor the objective. And then the blue team screws it up by not moving away from the top when the two heroes in the mid lane tell them, listen guys, they're coming. All that the blue team had to do was fall back over here at the keep, the fort, wait for the other two heroes to join them, and then go into the fight. They are at 39 right now. They were at like 30-something. Karrigan was trying to at least claim it. He steals it away! A tennis value! There we go. Finally he did something useful. And I'm not talking about the player, I'm talking about the hero here. But yeah, there we go. Now I finally know what that ult is for, Kappa. Alrighty. That was a perfect steal. But yeah, coming back to my point. Blue team could have really capitalized on that mistake from the Hong Kong heroes here, but they didn't. Instead, they screwed it up too, so they got caught in a 5 versus 3. But if they played their cards right, it would have just told the top laners a little bit earlier, listen guys, they're coming, take cover at the fort and wait for the rest of us before we re-engaged, and that would have been an easy win, possibly, in the team fight for them. As it stands, it's 11 kills against 5, but yeah, that Punisher didn't do anything for the red team. Nice steal by blue, but an interesting touch nonetheless. So, for now... yeah, to face check or not to face check? That's the question here. This is actually gonna be really funny here. Well, how much is actually carried against damage? 34,000. 5 deaths. Artanis, by the way, hasn't died yet. Artanis has not died yet. Has been spending most of the time actually on the off lane, so that's also why his siege damage is this high. Amateur opponent obviously helps with the 2. But here we have it. 2 keeps, super low. If they get close to just one of them, they're going to take that down. And they are closer to the level 20 talent, of course. It's a cool third game. This entire series has actually been really interesting. It hasn't been quite as memey as I usually expect from Division 7, but it was still a pretty enjoyable one so far. So yeah, nice at that. Okay, but no guts, no glory. Who's gonna take the victory? Who's going to take the prize? Talking prize, by the way, if you guys are watching this on YouTube right now, you should check out the YouTube description, because there's a pretty sick giveaway that you can join if you want, where you can win a PC that's worth 3,000 euros. Pretty epic thing. And yeah, how the did that happen? So check out the Twitch description link, the YouTube description link if you're interested in that. It's definitely pretty sick. Let's start the new year with a new PC. Who wouldn't like that? But that kill against Arthurs came a little bit out of nowhere. Not sure what exactly happened there. My apologies, but that was a weird one. Like, why does he just randomly die to a rotating 5-man while they're just grabbing experience for level 20? Like, wait, what? Can I have a replay of that? Into the army of Lord in the Northrend over there. It's gonna be 20 versus 20. This game isn't necessarily over. This game is not over. Red team, again, has a massive lead on the structures. Undeniable. But the keeps haven't fallen yet on the blue team side, so they still have a chance. One face check, and this is gonna be a problem. Where's the blessed shield? No, why? Well, that's what we call a free kill. Oh, that could have been an easy kill. Gul'dan was close enough. If you just get that shield out and Karrigan gets the combo, horrify afterwards, I'm sorry, but that could have been a kill. Instead, Karrigan might be in trouble. Oh, Chrysalis, nice! But there's the Riptide, and that's a kill. Karrigan is down, and, well, that might be the end of their hopes and dreams. Race car Johanna gets away. But yeah, that's a problem. Because they don't even have to go for the objective. Well, not all of them have to, but Arthas just says like, alright guys, I have a PhD in PvE, so he goes straight over to the camp and, well, to the objective and says like, I'm gonna take that. I know these minions, I'm gonna take them down. Talking about taking things down. They're not taking that keep down, are they? Oh god. Well, let's see. Over here. Currently Pro was still doing his thing. There's another Riptire. Thrall! I love how Arthas doesn't care. Arthas just doesn't give a shit. Arthas sits there and says like, nope. I was told objectives are important. I go for the objective. Okay. Can they finally take that keep down? Please, can someone take that keep down? The fight still rages on. Arthas is playing a solo game. He's playing a solo game right now. Yeah, sorry guys, I don't do multiplayer. Okay, so at this point, they're finally gonna get a keep. Please, please tell me they're finally gonna get a keep. If the team can't do it, the Punisher just has to. Someone needs to do that now. Okay, here we go. Punisher jumps around a little bit, takes the keep. They take the one in the middle. That's 2 down already. Now we're talking. 2 keeps down. Do you end the game here? Nah, there's still camps on the map. There's still camps on it. Get your priorities straight, boys. Seriously. Look at that mini-map. There's so many camps. Can't go for the core here. I mean, but they opened this up pretty well. So now they have a good shot at actually ending the game here. By taking that down. Just like playing the long game right now. If they don't YOLO into any fights and just like drag the fights out as much as they can, the lanes alone should eventually end up on the core with a couple of catapults and take it. And they paint that map red. Pretty much to completely in sync with the last game. Yep, take every single camp while you can. I would be a little bit careful with rotating into bushes at this point, because the blue team's own way, like their only way to get back into this, is to actually win a team fight. It's the only thing that they can do. That's why they're currently sitting there. They are smart, they're just setting up a trap. I wouldn't even take this. Why the fuck would you take this? Ah, just sit there. Wait for them to come in. Arthas. Face check! Face check! No stuns, no nothing! And Artanis! There's the ult. Riptire, okay, catapults are pushing the bot lane together with the camp, but over here they're trying to go for Karrigan. And Thrall jumping out up to the top, though. It looks like we see the kill against the Nubarak. Is the red team actually going to lose this? Artanis wants the kill. Artanis misses the swap, eats the Riptire, goes down. And Arthas and Karrigan are still fighting over here. Okay. The rest of the team is currently defending, but it looks like Maru is going to eat dust at the same time as we have the attack against Karrigan, and both of them are going to fall. So it's a 4 versus 2 on the map, who has already attacked a little bit, and they can easily go for the last keep and make that happen. It seems to be a bit of a theme for the red team, that they like to destroy every single structure on the game. That's also, by the way, how you get maximum experience. So, yep, there we go. And they're going to make their play here. Arthas, of course Arthas is gonna top lane. Everybody else moves to the middle for the core. Arthas says like, but there's a keep, guys. There's a keep. We have to go for the keep first. The team is just like, dude, Shut it. Let's go. Alright, that's cool. That's game. That's a win for the Hong Kong Heroes. At least it should be. They take shields down, they go for the core. And that is victory! Nicely done. GG and well played. Pretty fun series here in Division 7 of HeroesLounge.gg. The Hong Kong Heroes victorious with a 2-1 against the Slughaters. And again, guys, if you want to win, if you want to be victorious too and win a pretty expensive PC, check out the YouTube description and the links, and you can participate in the giveaway if you want to. With that said, hope you guys have enjoyable holidays and already a happy new year. And yeah, see you soon with more Heroes of the Storm.